My name is Mark, and today I'm reviewing the Aqua Speed Pad from X-raypad. Let's go. So as I said already, the review today is about the Aqua Speed Pad, which basically is totally different to Aqua Control Plus, coated or non-coated. Every design you know, just forget it. Basically the structure of the pad, how it's made, has nothing to do with one of the Aqua Control Plus pads. I think it's called Aqua Speed because basically this is a pad like an evolution of the QCK but with a nanotechnology on it. So what they did here, they just used fine fabric, which is a little bit rough, but still has a good friction level, so you have a decent glide, but still have a good start and stop point. And they just made nano coating or nanotechnology on it, so there's no ability for water to get into the pad. As you see, the water drops staying on the pad. I can move them over the pad here. They're just sliding like when your car was in the car wash and you choose nanotechnology to seal it. And below here we have a so-called heavy duty pad from X-raypad, which basically is the same surface as the Aqua Speed, because they sell it as smooth speed control pad. So as I said already, you have a good control, but you still have a decent glide with a good start and stop point. So that's why I say it's a speed control pad, smooth. It's the same fabric, but non-coated, and on the Aqua Speed it's coated. Here it's 5mm thick, because I choose 5mm. Here it's 3mm. Here it's 50 by 50, here's 60 by 53. But one thing, what is different, I show you now. When the water gets on the pad, here it just peels off, and here the water just goes into the pad. And you still can see the other water drops I have on it. These drops are from the German video I've made before, in German language, and it's still there and it's still wet. So why is X-raypad doing this? One thing is that a 3mm thick pad is like easy to produce, because when you produce all your pads in 3mm, you always already made the caoutchouc foil, so the sponge in between. You already produce it, and you produce it a lot, and you have a lot of experience producing it, and you will have the right hardness and the right thickness for basically make every pad enjoyable for the most of the people. Because out of the experience, since they started producing pads and selling it later, X-raypad is a producer and a seller in one. They use their experience they have from the clients and from the manufacturing. They have manufacturing team, sales team and other stuff, because they're not a small company. And they just use their experience and everything they have to just do this. That's like, if you people, for example, like the Gamesense radar, which I did not like, which is this one, which I think is in, what is it? It's 40 by 40, I think. Or 45 by 45, I don't know. If you like this, which is non-coated, you can go with the Aqua Speed. It's coated. And the Aqua Speed feels a little bit rougher, but when you watch both surfaces, it feels like they are pretty much the same. I don't say it's a clone, but I say they are very comparable. Besides, I have to say that the Gamesense is like, the feeling here, it's like it's a little bit more loose. It's like it feels more like, it feels more flexible because it's more elastic. I think that's because of the rubber they choose. And if I compare it to this is not as elastic. It's it holds more together. Also, I think this one is too soft for 3mm. If you do this soft, the pad needs to be thicker on the Gamesense. And as I said already, X-Ray has a ton of experience selling pads since over a decade, selling mass pads. So they dropship. They're selling thousands of pads for custom clients, whatever, they do everything. So out of the experience they have with manufacturing a lot of pads, they just decided to make like an evolution of a good control pad what was basically like the QCK or the MM250 Champion series from Corsair, which is a comparable surface, so a comparable fabric they use, but just nano-coated to make it aware of humidity. So some pads like the Minerva, like the Solvipad and other normal cloth pads have huge problems when the humidity and the room temperature, for example, rises. They get muddy, so they get like the characteristics of the pad are changing by the temperature and humidity in the room. And if you nano-coat your pad, you get aware of this problem with the humidity, because if the humidity, so the water in the air, can't infuse your fabric, you will have a stable surface the whole time. And that's what they did here, and I think that's a very smart step. If I compare it, for example, to the Minerva, to the 250 Champion series, to the Gamesense, and to the heavy duty pad, which is basically way more expensive because it's 5mm and it's over 5mm, and you can have it with different printing. If I just compare it, it just shows me that they want to serve you guys a very nice control pad with a decent start and stop, which is also coated, not affected by humidity. But for some of you have the downsides of the coating, because you can't say when the coating will get loose or when the coating gets so bad that you need to change the pad. I think the percentage of the down wearing of the coatage above 30% would for me the sweet spot to just change the pad. I can't say when the point will be arrive on this pad, because I'm not playing it right now. I play the Tor, which also some people say it's coated, but which is not here. It's also the Tor down with the new Galaxy design, which is the latest Tor production. But I think I will try to give this someone who is interested, of my friends and people I know who play. I just sent them, and I will ask him later, especially a control pad player, how the coating down wears and how the feeling is on the long term after the coating wears down a little. But basically for me, this is for people who enjoy pads like QCK, like the Sovi pads, the control ones, like Gamesense Radar, but want to improve a little bit in the speed of the glide, but still want to have the decent stop and start point, and want more abilities in microcontrolling. This Aqua speed pad is a very good choice, because it's totally different to an Aqua control, which is way faster, for sure, where the stopping point is not so good like here, not so good feelable, but it's for people who played for long terms the same pads, who are really close to QCK, who are just like all these old kind of slow or mid-speeded control pads. That's a point for you guys, which is not so far away from your old pad, but will give you a better glide, a better start, a better stop feeling in total. Also, if you change to a mouse, which makes it lighter, you will have a way better tracking on it if you also play games where you want to track. Normally, control player are not playing games where you need to track a lot. Basically, they play Counter-Strike or something. Also keep that in mind, guys. If you play Apex, maybe, or Call of Duty or whatever, maybe don't go with a hard control pad. Try to go with a more speedy pad, because the tracking is better on a pad with a higher speed. But if you really need to control, because for example, it depends on how you play, low DPI, on your grip style, palm grip, and you need to control to stay secure in your aim or in the abilities to stop or flick or whatever. This is a good choice. It is waterproof because of the nanotechnology. It has a better glide than the old school control pads. It's still a very good start and stop. The rubber thickness is nice. The edges are nice. They're nearly even when I go over with the finger. There's no smell, no synthetic smell, no rubber smell. It's just a nice pad for $25.80 plus. I think it's around $10 sending to nearly everywhere. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, sometimes it's cheaper. But basically, if you seek a nice 50 by 50 pad, which is in my opinion a very good performer with a decent upgrade because of the nanotechnology, try to get an Aqua Speed and test it. And compare it, please. Compare it to other pads you have and know, and make yourself a picture if you really want it or not. I'm not here to say you, that's the control pad of the future, what you need to buy. It's not, guys. I just want to give you my experience, what I think about this pad, what I think is the plus on this pad, and for people, and saying which people can use it. I'm not saying that an Apex player can't play it, but I think it's better for people, for tactile shooters. People who track a lot should play a little bit faster pads. So that's why I'm here, just giving you my opinion about the experience I have from playing 1 year Valorant on Immortal rank, or let me say the last half of the 1 year I was playing on Diamond Immortal rank, and of playing Apex as a professional, and now being back in Apex as master, and trying to get pret in the next season or next split again with some other dudes who's, when you watch my stream, you can see my tracking is just nuts, guys. And I don't want to say that I'm the greatest or whatever, but I'm 36 years old, and I think I'm better than I ever was in gaming, even when I was young. But it's not cause I just trained a lot of comics or whatever. I just get used to things the industry gives me. They give me light mouse, they give me great pads, and I want to share you my experience. I have only in this room is already 20 pads, and in the next room I have 40 more pads. I have 30 mouse here, and I just share my experience with you. I play nearly everything of this stuff, and I just want to give you the ability to overthink stuff I say, and to get a conclusion for yourself, to go to the point where you decide which pads you want to test. Never only test one pad. Test minimum 3 pads, guys, at the same time. And different mouse. It's not the most expensive mouse. And not the mouse which is most sold and most hyped. Maybe it's a totally different mouse for you. Maybe it's here. It's the best bang for the buck Ohochi wireless. I don't know, maybe it's just a good Cooler Master 610, something like that. Try different. Try to evolve yourself, overthink something, go away from heavy mouse, try faster pads, try something new, guys. The industry is going further. It's 2021, it's not 2005. Spawn is not giving headshots on a CS 1.6 or CSGO server, CS Source server. We're playing new games. We have high-speed PC, internet, and we have a huge step forward in technology on mouse and mouse pads this year. And I just want to give you a brave look on everything with my opinions, with my conclusions, and that you are able to get the right stuff for you guys. So if you have any questions about anything, guys, don't hesitate to ask. Just write it down in the comments and let me know. I try to answer as fast as possible. And don't ask me what's the best pad. There's no best pad out there, please. And also there's no best mouse out there. I will give you from time to time some top 5s or top 3s. But if there's anything else, maybe about this pad or other pads or whatever, or a comparison, just ask. I will try to answer. Thanks for watching so far. See you soon. Bye.